So Novgorod and Russia seem to be the clear powerhouse at the moment, but let's go ahead and check over the infodatics first. So in terms of population, I will say Novgorod is kind of dominating, but not so much. I'm actually more surprised that Babylon is in second place with only, 500,000 less. That's impressive. That's incredibly impressive there in the Middle East. Although they do have the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, and I'm sure there's a lot of floodplains there, so it makes sense. But lots and lots of population there. Songhai as well, very high with over 5 million, and then Egypt as well. But Egypt's very expansive, so it's maybe not as surprising. France doing well, but there's like a million population drop off when it comes to the fifth place ranker here, ranking fifth place, France. Yeah, a million people, not in France. So there's a pretty big drop off. The Goths, the Huns, Netherlands. Anyways, crop yields goes to Egypt, Novgorod, the Goths. Goths are doing well. The Goths are doing a lot better. Thing is, though, the Goths and the Greeks, they've got to be able to defend their borders a little bit better. I'm worried about their military, both of them. We'll see. GNP goes to Greece. They are rich, and everyone loves to make jokes in the comments section whenever I reference the fact that Greece is rich. But yeah, I will not make a comment about that. Land area goes to Egypt at the moment, then Greece, then Novgorod, then France. This is surprising to see France so high in the list, especially in Western Europe, such a consolidated region. We've got the Goths here in fifth place, Russia, Songhai, the Umayyads, and the Huns and the Hittites bringing in the top 10. Okay, military manpower. This is the big one. Greece at number 1, so maybe they do have a bit powerful. Well, here's the thing. The Goths, who have to face way more enemies, are in 7th place. I don't think that's enough. I'm actually surprised to see Scotland in 6th place. That's incredible. And Great Britain in 5th? And they're not going to war? What is up with that? Why are they doing that? Novgorod in 4th place, Bulgaria in 3rd. That's why the Greeks and that's why the Goths don't want to go to war with Bulgaria. Even though Bulgaria has a capital city separating those two empires, and if they connect, they'll be a lot safer. Bulgaria is pretty much in a arms race in the Balkan states region. So that's probably the reason why. Sumer very high on the list, and remember, the Sumer are by themselves in the corner there. They have no team member, and they're still 8th ranking. I've got to give a lot of credit to the Sumer. That is amazing. Sweden in Scandinavia, who's pretty much been hidden away because of Lithuania, has had a pretty good military so far, so that's pretty good for them. But they'll probably lose their team member within this video, I will say that. France in 10th place, 85,000. So we're going to skip over the rest and go straight to technologies. This is what I'm going to check on first, though. Who is lowest? Carthage is lowest. It does seem like there is a slight disadvantage if you don't have a team member, because Carthage and the Sumer at the moment are the only two civs that don't have a team member, and they're both near the bottom of the list. So it does seem like there might be a slight impact there. Number 1 are the Moors and the Egyptians, both sharing technologies. Remember, they do share technologies at 36, and then most of the world's at 35, 34. So no clear technology advantage, which is something that I've noticed in the previous team battle. Nobody really ever ends up with a very big technology lead, which I like, kind of. I kind of like, but we'll see about that. We can skip over everything else. I do want to check on cities. Who has the most cities? Egypt with 10, Greece at 9, the Goths at 7. That's pretty big combo, 2 and 3 together like that. France and the Hittites, though, also doing very well. France in 4th place, the Hittites in 8th. Novgorod, Russia in 5th and 6th. Songhai and Vandals are probably way down there. The Huns are doing okay. The Arabians, I'm just going to refer to them as the Arabians. Umayyads. Okay. Let's just check wonders, and then we will move on. Wonders, Novgorod has 4, Morocco has 3, France has 2, and a bunch of people have 1. Okay, let's go to the next video. So yeah, that's the big deal. So the Huns just pieced out. The Huns pieced out with Poland, Prussia. Russia just pieced out with Poland, Prussia, which means Novgorod did as well. There might be a battle set here, just north of the Black Sea, which might be a massive battle depending on kind of where the teams end up forming. The longer the Goths and the Greeks stay together and hold on, the more powerful I think they will become over time. But if they don't hold on to their territory, if the Goths start to lose territory, because I don't think the Greeks will, then that will be a big issue. A very big issue. The Umayyads were attempting to take over Constantinople, but I don't think they had any success. The Armenians, I think, are going to try now. There's a race to take over the Lithuanian capital. Was there a peace deal? Is there some sort of peace deal? Geez, so many notifications. This is insane. Let's also not forget that the Iberian War is occurring. with the Portuguese and the Moors going at it, although it seems like most of it is kind of slowed down. Wait a second, look at Spain. Now, Spain, I don't believe, declared a war on the Moors. We would have known, I think. We would have seen that. I guess Spain just got open borders with the Moors. So we already saw, I think 2 videos ago, Spain, Isabella, is plotting against Maria of Portugal. So I don't think Spain cares much about Cordoba. I think they want Lisbon. They want Braga. They want Porto. I don't know why Spain would, they probably don't want Porto. They probably wouldn't end up taking Porto, but still. Big deal there. This is also very interesting, seeing France as this kind of bigger threat, because if they do end up wanting to take over the west of Europe, they'd eventually have to fight Spain and Great Britain at the same time. That's going to make it very, very tough for France. Now, obviously, France could try to set their sights on Porto, although France is not very much a naval civ. They've got only a few coastal cities, which would make things very hard if you wanted to take over Porto or Milan. You'd have to fight through Birmingham first, which would bring you into a double war with Spain and Great Britain. So a lot of different things going on underneath the surface that I don't think that we're realizing as much. I don't think that I'm taking a note of things like this. This is what's going on all throughout the game. France realizes that they'll be at war with both of them. Ooh, really? Okay, so the Greeks and the Goths at war with Arabia, and off the top of my head, who is it? Oh, and Bulgaria. This is it. This is it right here. Now, the Arabians won't be able to contribute much to Bulgaria. So I don't think the Goths worry as much. Oh, I think they peaced out. I don't think Lithuania is going to lose their capital just yet. This is big. This is big. We've been talking about this for a very long time. The Goths are going to need to contribute something, though. Previously, when Alexander attempted to take over Constantinople, the Goths were distracted, and it was exclusively Greece that was trying to take over the city. That can't happen again. Now, one thing is, the Sumer going after it. Remember, that's just solo. The Sumer going solo after Harun al-Rashid, which is kind of cool. We'll see if that works out for him. They must be looking a little bit weaker. Ramses has built the Sistine Chapel. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. It's going to be very hard for Bulgaria to take over a city here. I don't think it's going to happen because they are surrounded by enemies. The Goths to the north and the 3 Greek cities to the south. So I think if the Goths and the Greeks play the smart, they'll both let Bulgaria do whatever they want, send their units all over the place. They'll eventually get picked off one by one, then go in for the attack. Don't go in for the attack too early, because there's a lot of ranged units here, which will be tough because those are very good defensive units. You want ranged units over melee units to defend a city. That's what I've seen, and it seems like the AI is better at utilizing that strategy when it comes to defending their empire. Here comes Novgorod for a secondary attack. They probably just wanted to heal. Lithuania, they did lose a lot of military units, and it will be Novgorod that if they were to take over the city, not Russia. I know they're on the same team, but it would be interesting there. Because it would actually be better if Russia took the city over, I think. It'll be Novgorod solo moving closer into Europe, which would be easier for the Europeans to kick back just one civ rather than 2. If Russia just stays out and plays the game out here. We'll keep an eye. We'll continue to keep an eye on this. Oh, man, yeah, this is going to be big. Also, want to remind everyone that I don't think Rome and Greece peaced out, but maybe they did. I don't remember seeing any sort of peace deals, but maybe they did. It's been going on for, I think, too long. Oh, yeah, they're trading with each other. Never mind. Never mind. Very clearly, they peaced out. Here come the Sumer. Now, will the Egyptians decide to join in if the Sumer start to have success against the Arabians? That would make things more interesting. It would make the Egyptians a lot more powerful. Way more powerful. What do we see here? Nothing much. Okay, yeah, so no new wars. Iberia is still about the exact same. Great Britain, just fine. Scotland, they do have a lot of troops in the northern part of the British Isles. And the Lithuanian capital is surrounded by Novgorod units. They still need to fight through a few more other units, though. Russia kind of coming back in for a second attempt. And here comes Greece. So who will take this over? Will it be Greece or will it be the Goths? It doesn't matter either way. It would be interesting to see which one ends up, though, taking it over. Reformation belief added. We'll probably check over religion in the next video. It's about the height of the religious mechanics in Civ 5. So we'll check over it very soon. Just not yet. No one settling Sardinia, Piedmont yet. Oh, here's where Greece settled. Rome going after a Carthaginian city. Where did the other Greek cittals? There's Rhodes that was settled. And that was about it. Greece is looking good. Greece and Ramses are, I think, headed for a collision course, and it's going to be devastating when they both have navies up, because these are all coastal cities. Well, there's 3 coastal cities. Maybe it won't be as... It might be a clear Greek victory, because Ramses will not be able to protect himself at all through a navy. Forbidden Palace has been built by Bohemia. That's a surprising one. That came out of nowhere. So hopefully they take over the World Congress for us. I hope it's not me anymore. I don't know why I have 6 votes. Why do I have 6 delegates? I don't know. And boom. Okay, so this is big because Bulgaria is down to about 4 units. Now, what's going on with Arabia and the Sumer? Here come the Sumer. And they're reaching out further from their capital. Will Babylon join in too? We have to consider the Babylonians and their... why would Norway not want to join in? Arabia doesn't pose a threat, and Bulgaria doesn't pose a threat. I think Norway's a little bit too weak, though, right now. I think that's part of the issue why maybe Babylon has been so quiet. Maybe that's why. Poland settled north in Scandinavia. We've got the Papal States building Machu Picchu. The Goths have denounced Scotland. And still no attack on the Lithuanian capital just yet. Still no attack at all from Novgorod. They might be focused. I don't think they pieced out. Don't think they have mortars. Maybe they did, though. I don't know. Novgorod's got another settler. Yeah, so here's the new Polish city, which will make Sweden even more angry. And, yeah, I mean, it's mainly Alexander that's doing most of the work, nothing else. We need to start counting their units, though, Morocco, Sweden. Oh, wow. Okay, so now we have Portugal, Morocco. Portugal's got no navy, though, so that's the thing. However, I need to remind myself, the Moroccan team member, it is somebody, yeah, it's Switzerland. So actually, that might be the key war there. Maybe people aren't going after Morocco, they're going after Switzerland, perhaps. And will more people join in? Since we saw 2 were declared. Lithuania, Sweden, no. And Portugal. It's Portugal and it's somebody else from, I think, the Middle East. Yeah, the Umayyad. So there's nothing there. But if someone else joins in against Morocco, oh, France. There it is. France going after Switzerland. That's huge. I didn't think about that. I guess I thought we'd only see Napoleon set their sights on Arabia, Bulgaria, now going after Morocco and Switzerland. I thought Napoleon would really only go after the West, but no. He's going to go after Switzerland. There goes Songhai and the Vandals. That will be more interesting. There goes Babylon and the Moroccos. Babylon and Morocco, which means Norway and Switzerland, too. Austria has pieced out. There's Spain and Great Britain. That's a first. Jeez, that took long enough. But that's still nothing significant. No one's significant. If Denmark or the Netherlands decide to get involved, then that would be a big deal. Bavaria, bam, the Huns in Bavaria after Morocco and Switzerland. Denmark has a good relationship, it looks like, with Switzerland at the moment. So maybe that won't happen. There might be something else that I could be missing as well. Yeah, no, the Babylonians won't really do much. Songhai and the Vandals, I don't think, yeah, they can't do it much, but they can do stuff against Morocco themselves. The Vandals will have an interesting time here going after the actual Moroccan capital. Morocco's had an unfortunate time so far not being able to, not that they haven't been able to, but they haven't been settling, which has been a big issue. But the Vandals might have a lot of success here because the Moroccans look behind in technology. They don't have very many units defending their capital. This could easily lead to the fall of both team members. We'll see if anyone else joins in. I actually don't know if that will happen. Here they come. Boom. The fall of Sofia is on the horizon. Carthage, really, France, and so France might actually go after Munich. That will be distracting for France. That's going to be, oh, but you know what? The Hittites and the Huns. Oh, gosh, that's a kind of a big one. So that will distract the Huns, that's for sure. Austrian and Hungary going after, why can't I never say that right? Going after Carthage, but that doesn't matter. Carthage is fine. Austria Hungary could pose maybe a threat to, no, not to Switzerland. And there's a few more wars. Portugal, Austria Hungary. We've got another Spanish war against Austria and Hungary, and Great Britain also getting involved in that war, but still nothing that's bordering each other. So I think the big deal is you better not be distracted, AI. We better not see the AI distracted. Greece and the Goths might get distracted by this war because now they're at war with Hungary. It actually would be the Goths, I think, that should get distracted, but these crossbowmen might set their sights on something else. Ooh. I really hope the AI realizes that Sofia is, first and foremost, the most important thing for the Goths and the Greeks to take over. Because now the Goths are facing Austria and Hungary. The Greeks are going to have to face the Hittites. Although the Hittites are already worried about, more than likely, the onslaught from Attila in the north. This city is probably going to fall, no doubt. The Umayyad moving up here. Oh, it's just got a whole lot more complicated. Just the world got thrusted into a world war practically. The Greeks are probably going to be the ones that settle this. Oh, France is going after some of the Mediterranean islands. It's about time. It is about time. Yeah, there's actually a handful of big sieges that I think will be on the horizon. I think the Moroccan capital is on the verge of falling. Sofia might end up falling, perhaps, if the AI does not make a super big bonehead move here. They might, though. I mean, Sofia is actually back in the green. Oh, they're the last turn to process. That's why. So Greece is going to go next. Boom, they did get into the yellow. The Goths are going to do a little bit more damage. Yeah, Novgorod must have pieced out Lithuania, it looks like. Denmark going after a new city. We'll have to watch as Attila approaches the Hittites. So the Hittites are definitely going to be weakened here. I think there's no doubt about that. Spain, yeah. So there's Bern. There's the siege of Bern. There's the siege of Zurich that might possibly go down. Possibly go down. Here comes Great Britain, and they're moving through French territory too. Oh wow! So they must have a good relationship at the moment. So yeah, this two kind of wombo combo might be interesting between Bavaria and France, as well as Great Britain going after Switzerland. We've got Morocco, like I said, might be interesting. And then obviously possibly the fall of Sofia. We've got Attila. Yep, Attila will definitely take over the city from the Hittites, locking off, actually, I think, the rest of Europe from anybody from the Middle East without getting open borders with Attila. So no one will be able to go out over here besides Novgorod, the Huns, and Russia without open borders, of course. Anyways, guys, I'm going to stop right there. We pretty much just got thrusted into a world war. We'll see the results in the next video. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.